50,000 सब्सक्राइबर्स हो गए. नाउ ऑन टू 75. मैं रुकने वाली तो हूँ नहीं, तो जो लाल रंग का सब्सक्राइब बटन है उस पर क्लिक करें एंड दैट बेल आइकन नेक्स्ट टू इट. जैसे ही नया रिव्यू आएगा सबसे पहली नोटिफिकेशन विल कम टू यू ओनली यार. Does Amir Khan turn his character into a bit of a caricature? Yes. But is he also so very good in this film? Also yes. Hey all, my name is Acharita. Welcome back to my channel. You're watching a movie review and today we're talking about Advait Chandan's Lal Singh Chaddha, now in movie theaters.
क्या पता हमें है.
शुरू करने से पहले एक बार फिर थैंक यू 50,000 का मार्क क्रॉस कराने के लिए. आई एम वेरी वेरी ग्रेटफुल. So, Atul Kulkarni's adaptation of Lal Singh Chaddha tells the story of a young boy and a young nation simultaneously as both of them grow, evolve, take unexpected and sometimes miraculous turns. Both stumbling into one situation after another, saying yes to pretty much all challenges. The difference between Robert Zemeckis' movie and this one to me was clear in the very first sequence though. That with the floating feather. While in Forrest Gump, that feather just simply floats in the air until it just lands quietly at Forrest's feet. Here, the feather lives a whole life before getting to Lal Singh, blown towards him by a fast train, probably signifying the speed with which India is evolving. Because right after the train, it hits newspapers on its way to Lal. Maybe I'm looking for subtext, kuch extra, lekin in a movie like this, meaning making is the most exciting thing for me. So through the movie, I try to pay close attention to each and every detail, किस चीज का क्या meaning है, क्योंकि so many historical things are about to happen, right? Original में, Forrest exposes Watergate, inspires John Lennon to write Imagine, and Elvis to copy his dance moves, invests in a fruit company which turns out to be Apple. He's also shown to be too simple to understand what he's getting involved with, but nonetheless, it's him unwittingly changing the course of American history via Butterfly Effect. That movie also mocked how easy it was to influence major political and popular culture. In Atul Kulkarni and Advait Chandan's Lal Singh Chaddha though, this happens only once. Lal's active involvement with influencing something that would go on to influence and impact the country via a movie star in a cameo. I think you know what I'm talking about, but you'll see. For the rest of it, Lal is merely a spectator. End of the emergency, Indira Gandhi's assassination, 1984's riots, Rath Yatra, Mandal Commission, Babri demolition, the rise of India's political right, Anna Hazare, Modi's election campaign, Swachh Bharat. The movie seems content with merely showing us these things occur, like an exhibit in a museum of modern history, from one video to the next. Hence, the two threads of the country and this man, they don't particularly entwine with each other, which changes the very tone of the story. Historical events occur constantly. You and I are seeing them happen in life right now. But Lal, despite being portrayed as a probable autistic savant, it's never labeled, he's not directly responsible for the initiation or outcome of any of it, which left me underwhelmed because this film is probably the only kind of story where you would want more coincidence to occur to add to the cheekiness of it all, right? That's the flavor. Instead, the movie reads more like a love story. The best change made to this adaptation is the story of Rupa. While the love interest Jenny in the original one participates in anti-war movements and she turns into a drug addict and she eventually dies of AIDS, which was a whole different problematic subplot. Here, Kareena Kapoor Khan's Rupa gets a much more respectful and deeper arc. A small town woman who gets in with the wrong people in Mumbai, and in an era appropriate fashion, she gets involved with gangsters who used to fund a bunch of Hindi cinema back in the day, I've been told. The writing also uses this character to very effectively explore generational trauma passed from mother to daughter. And Kareena is just stupendous as Rupa. She's so good, so warm. I can't imagine they even considered casting anyone else except the Sikhni from Bhatinda. Considering the movie becomes about love and relationships, the writing relies even heavier on Amir Khan bringing his extreme likability to the screen. He's undoubtedly one of the most beloved actors of this country, known for his calm demeanor. Even in action movies like Dhoom 3, his characters always have a vulnerability, making them more accessible than most. The actor himself, not big on public interactions, has the persona ki agar interaction kari, he would be kind and respectful, which he is. There's also a certain kind of religious ambiguity Amir Khan feels synonymous with, and it's evident here once again. There are traces, major traces of PK left over in his performance, but in the current climate where everything seems to be in turmoil, upheaval, perhaps the simplistic, non-challenging, rounded at the edges storytelling, using the gentle face of our childhood hero is the salve we need. He also represents so many of us privileged citizens of India who passively observed the country's changing politics, the 1, 2, 3, 4 things which happened and have led to the place we are in today. Like him, so many of us were just watching news cycles, realizing little the seismic changes and irreversible shifts going on slowly but steadfastly all around us. Like I said, there's a lot of meaning to be found here. Mild spoiler, if you haven't watched Forrest Gump at all, skip ahead like 20 seconds forward in this video, okay? I'm giving you a countdown, 3, 2, 1. Okay, the fact that every woman who plays a mother in this film ends up dead can't be a mere coincidence. Indira Gandhi's funeral moments may you see Rajiv Gandhi's footage. Lal's mother, played by an incredible Mona Singh, also dies. Rupa dies of an unknown disease, whose own mother had died because of domestic violence. What are we talking about? Mother India, selflessness, changing generations trying to not pass trauma down the line? Anyway, spoilers over. Some criticism levied against Forrest Gump is still relevant in Lal Singh Chaddha. Infantilizing the protagonist is a bit too much. A man who understands complicated war training well enough to be enlisted in the military can run a successful karono ka business, but thinks that the stock market is a tabela because of the bull? And in the movie's attempt to stay away from taking a loud political stand, perhaps it is a little too mild, middling, relying too heavily on the love story. It's very good in its emotional moments, especially the flashbacks with the young Lal and his mother. Advait Chandan really does know how to work with children without looking down upon them. Manavij, as a terrorist/reformed businessman, might be a far-fetched character to buy, but the gifted actor that he is, it works. There's also a blink and you miss Shiv Pandit appearance that looked like extra footage from Shershah, I thought, but I'm guessing there was more which got left on the edit table. You leave your inhibitions on the table and go watch the film at a movie theater. Try to find its soul. Perhaps you will find meaning in something. The person next to you will find meaning in something else. बाद में आके comments में बताना मुझे कैसी लगी.
मेरी मम्मी कहती थी कि जिंदगी गोलगप्पे जैसी होती है, पेट पले ही पर जावे, मन नहीं भरता.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, Lal Singh Chaddha is 15 states and UTK police departments are thanked in the opening credits, if I read it correct, if I counted. Totally 36 है, तो मतलब आधों में जाके shoot करके आए आप सोचो. Also, do please consider subscribing to my channel. We are slowly, lekin steadily moving towards that 75,000, and thank you for bringing me up to 50.